Soldier Field, October 26, 2014. Third quarter. The Patriots already lead, but Tom Brady wants blood. He snaps, pump fakes, and fires a dart to the right seam. A 6'6" freight train in navy blue catches in stride, stiff arms a safety into next week, and drags two Bears across the goal line. The place goes silent, except for 62,000 stunned Chicago fans who just watched Rob Gronkowski notch his third touchdown of the afternoon. That single play didn't merely add 6 points. It screamed a message the entire NFL had heard for half a decade, but still couldn't solve. When Gronk is healthy, you do not have an answer. And if you think that was savage, wait until you see how we got there. April 2010. Analysts rave. Freakish catch radius, tackle-breaking power, fleet feet for 260 pounds. On raw talent, Rob Gronkowski should headline primetime. Then two anchors yank him toward day 2. Anchor number 1, spinal surgery. A herniated disc wiped out his entire 2009 college season, and execs whisper, career time bomb. Anchor number 2, the party aura. Tales from Arizona. Pool bashes, perpetual grin, zero curfew, terrify buttoned-up front offices. During his Patriots visit, the legend only grows. Bill O'Brien sketches a route combo, erases it, tests Gronk. Response? Bro, no clue. Just throw me the ball and I'll truck somebody. Belichick smirks. The league stares. 41 picks later, New England drafts him 42nd overall, gambling discipline against chaos. Nobody, least of all GMs who passed, can imagine the avalanche about to flatten the record books. Training camp arrives, and chaos meets playbook. Foxborough, August 2010. Veterans grind through installs. Gronk cracks jokes, still forgets route names. Doesn't matter. First NFL target equals touchdown. Over 16 games, he snatches 42 passes, 546 yards, and sets a Patriots rookie mark with 10 touchdowns. Q Year 2. Gronk detonates, 90 receptions, 1,327 yards, 17 receiving touchdowns, an NFL tight end record that still makes coordinators shiver. Safeties bounce off, linebackers trail behind, fans invent the Gronk spike so the earth can share the violence. Film study. Tom watches for me. Salary? Untouched. He lives off endorsement checks. But behind the highlight reel waits the league's merciless equalizer. Injury. The party ends when bones snap, or so people think. November 2012. A routine extra point block shatters his forearm. 5 weeks later, back in the lineup, he breaks it again in the playoffs. Plates, screws, rehab. October 2013. Low hit from Cleveland safety. TJ Ward wrecks ACL and MCL. Season gone. Headlines declare the Gronk era finished. December 2016. Herniated disc surgery, again, after a lung-puncturing shot from Earl Thomas. Most stars fade after one setback. Gronk comes roaring back from 3. Each time he re-enters the huddle, Foxborough explodes as if he never left. The league starts wondering, what's unbreakable, his body or his will? The 2014 resurrection supplies the answer. Picture the 2014 calendar on Gronk's kitchen wall. Every square between March and August plastered with rehab goals, ankle mobility drills, core strength sessions, film walkthroughs. He'd sleep in a compression sleeve, wake up at 5 a.m. to ice baths, then attack hill sprints like he was chasing a runaway keg. Belichick, wary of another setback, eases him through camp on a strict pitch count. But the moment week 1 kicks off, shackles snap. By week 3, he's already flattening Chiefs. By week 8, versus Chicago, he detonates for 9 catches, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns, including that freight train stiff arm we opened with. November brings the Colts, and Indy defenders watch helplessly as he drags safety, Sergio Brown like luggage into the end zone, screaming, "Get off me!" Loud enough for field mics to crackle. Gronk closes the regular season with 82 receptions, 1,124 yards, and 12 spikes. Numbers that earn him Comeback Player of the Year, First Team All-Pro, and nightmares in every AFC coordinator's office. Then comes the playoff gauntlet, a seam shot TD versus Baltimore, a pancake block that springs LeGarrette Blount versus Indy, and finally, Super Bowl 49. Seattle boasts the Legion of Boom, Cam Chancellor in full destroyer mode. Early second quarter, Brady lofts a fade. Gronk stacks Chancellor, pirouettes like a ballerina in a phone booth, and hauls in 6 precious points. New England survives 28-24, courtesy of Malcolm Butler's goal line heist, but Gronk's 68 yards and that score feel like the pulse of the victory. As confetti sticks to his shoulder pads, he flashes the grin fans swear could power Gillette Stadium's lights. "I told you I'd be back." But with every resurrection, the football gods demand a toll. 2015 begins like a sequel nobody thinks can top the original, yet somehow does. 2 minutes into the opener against Pittsburgh, Gronk catches a hot route slant, bulldozes a linebacker, then spikes so violently it shakes the high-speed cameras. He finishes the season at 1,176 yards and 11 touchdowns, plus back-to-back red zone daggers against Kansas City in the divisional round. The Patriots ultimately fall to Denver in the AFC title game, but Gronk's 4th and 10 lunging grab, sandwiched by 2 defenders, nearly yanks victory from the Rockies' thin air. Then, 2016 lands like a wrecking ball. Week 10, Earl Thomas torpedoes him across the ribs, punctured lung. Week 12, a post route versus the Jets ends with him clutching his back. Herniated disc surgery number 3 shuts him down. He watches Super Bowl 51, the 28-3 comeback, clapping in a luxury suite while surgical sutures itch beneath his dress shirt. The dynasty rolls on without its most violent weapon. Cue 2017, and Foxborough braces for a decline. Instead, Gronk barrels to 1,084 yards and 8 touchdowns in just 14 games, burns Jacksonville for 69 yards before a concussion sidelines him mid-AFC Championship, then re-emerges in Super Bowl 52 to roast Philly for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns, all in a losing effort. When the final whistle blows, camera crews navigate Eagles confetti just to film Gronk hugging teammates, promising, "We'll be back, bro." His prophecy comes half true. 2018 Gronk plays hurt. Ankle sprain, bulging disc, thigh bruise, limps to a mortal 682 yards and 3 touchdowns, yet delivers the season-saving play of Super Bowl 53. Fourth quarter, tie game, 3-3. He sprints a seam, dives, corrals a 29-yard rope, lands on the 2. Sony Michel punches in. Patriots win 13-3, and Gronk secures ring number 3. 3 Lombardis, 3 back surgeries, and countless ice packs later, his body begs for mercy. March 2019, he tearfully retires at 29, saying football had stolen my joy. But joy is tricky, especially when Tom Brady still has his number on speed dial. Florida Heat and Pirate Cannons are about to test the legend one last time. April 2020, Tampa lures Brady south. The GOAT wants familiar firepower, dials, Yo Soy Fiesta. Gronk, 30, pain-free for the first time in a decade, living on CBD cream and beach volleyball, hears the pitch and answers with 2 words. Why not? The Patriots, owning his rights, flip him for a 4th-round pick. Training camp reporters carp he's slimmed down. Gronk light. But Bruce Arians sees a chess piece. Todd Bowles sees a 6th lineman who can still moss a cornerback. Mid-October, Week 6, Packers visit Ray J. Gronk shakes free in the end zone, hauls in Brady's 90-second career touchdown pass to him, his first score in 679 days, then hurls a vintage spike that splashes Gatorade off sideline coolers. He closes 2020 with 623 yards and 7 touchdowns, but the stats barely hint at his value. On run plays, he forklift blocks edge rushers, freeing Leonard Fournette for Lombardi-Lenny season. Playoffs? Washington gets stiff-armed, New Orleans baited, Green Bay bullied, and at Super Bowl 55 in Tampa's own stadium, Gronk unleashes 2 first-half touchdowns, the second a dart where he jukes Tyrann Mathieu so hard, the honey badger bites turf. Bucks cruise 31-9, Gronk lifts ring number 4, and fans wonder if joy just became Florida's official export. 2021 offers encore fireworks. Rib fractures sideline him 5 games, but he still tallies 802 yards and 6 touchdowns in 12 appearances, including a 115-yard clinic versus the Jets that forces commentators to ask if 30-something Gronk might outshine 20-something Gronk on pure craftiness. A divisional round heartbreaker against the Rams ends the run. Brady retires, briefly, and this time, Gronk's farewell feels permanent. "I smashed every goal. I'm good." So what does history do with a 4-ring havoc machine? Stack the numbers like bricks and the tower is ridiculous. 621 catches, 9,286 yards, and 92 regular season touchdowns, each spike louder than the last. Layer in January domination, and his postseason resume swells to 91 grabs, 1,389 yards, and a tight end record 15 playoff TDs spread over 9 deep runs. Sprinkle 4 Super Bowl rings, 3 in New England, 1 in Tampa, and the resume starts to feel mythic. Factor career averages, 68 yards per game in the playoffs, 15 yards per catch across 11 seasons, and analytics departments start inventing new axes just to plot him. Yet spreadsheets can't chart the cultural dent. The way he forced coordinators to invent big nickel packages, how his $54 million extension rewrote the tight end wage scale, or how a single word, Gronk Spike, entered dictionaries as a synonym for violent celebration. Nor do stats capture the defensive PTSD, Patrick Willis admitting he circled number 87 in red, Tyrann Mathieu cursing him mid-route, Cam Chancellor recalling that Super Bowl fade he almost smashed away. When future rookies Google tight end prototype, they'll find that grin, the dented Lombardi, the back brace, relics of a man who turned a position into a highlight factory and a joyride all at once. And tucked beside those artifacts, they'll see cold numbers that still refuse to explain how one human body absorbed so much punishment and laughed through it. 9,286 yards of mayhem, 107 touchdowns flashing between autumn leaves and February confetti, and a legacy that proves joy, not grim determination, might be football's most underrated superpower. Back to that 2014 stiff arm. Replay in slow-mo, helmet visor flashing daylight, brute force meeting desperation, ball kissing the pylon. It's violence and childlike glee fused in one motion, the perfect Gronk snapshot. His legend isn't simply 4 rings or 9,000 yards. It's the grin after every spike, the playful elbow drop during team photos, the unfiltered shout of "Yo soy fiesta" in a live interview. He showed a league obsessed with grind that fun can power greatness just as well as grit. Defenders nursed bruises. Cameras chased him. Records shattered. Yet every time he rose from the turf, chest heaving, grin wide, he reminded us football at its core is a game. One best played with unstoppable joy. And that, more than any dented trophy or viral boat parade, is why there will never be another Rob Gronkowski.